Yo, what's up guys, I'm Yanick from the Producer School, and in this video I'm going to create a full Afro House track in 1 hour. I'm going over all the important elements of an Afro House track, such as the drums, percussion, kick and bass, arrangement, sound selection, vocals and much more. And after watching this video, you should be able to create your very own Afro House track. As you can see, I'm in a different setting than our previous videos, and that's because this is our brand new studio, which is not fully finished yet, but very soon it will be, and we're really excited and grateful that we can call this place our very own studio, and we will definitely do a complete tour and everything once it's completely finished. But for now, let's start creating an Afro House track. If you want to check out all the samples, presets and basically any sound that I'm using in this video, then make sure to check out our latest pack, Oasis, which is the ultimate modern Afro House producer pack that contains presets, project files, vocals, samples and so much more. You can check it out using the link in the description or click the link over here, which goes to our website, theproducerschool.com. Alright, I just opened up FL Studio. You can follow along in any DAW, but I will start completely from scratch and build the track from there. Let's just first start by selecting the right BPM, and I want to go for 120 BPM. Afro House is a little bit slower and laid back in comparison to the typical dance tracks, which are usually a little bit higher. I want to start with a kick drum because that lays the foundation for the track. Let's just preview some samples from our Oasis pack. This one is nice and deep, but I want to find a kick that's a little bit more punchy and like a little bit harder. Something like that could work. I think I really like this one. It's pretty punchy. Let's just drag it in there and let's get a loop going so we can start building the track. Let's lower down the volume and let's shorten it a little bit with the out or fade out button, so it's a little bit more tight. And let's also put the kick in a mixer channel and set the volume to around -6 dB. It's usually what I put my kicks on, and then I can build the whole track around it. So now it's already hitting like -6 dB, which is great. Something like this. Then to get an idea going, I'm going to add a vocal from our Oasis pack, which has a bunch of really nice Afro style vocals. Let's just preview some wet vocals and see which one I like. Go from there. I like this one, so let's just drag it in there and see how it should be on the beat. I think it should start earlier, something like this. That's great. It's already wet, so there's reverb and delay on this vocal. For now I'll just keep this sample, and if I later on in the project I want to switch to the dry vocals, so I can add my own reverb, then there's also a folder with the dry vocals. But let's just keep it like this for now. Now let's add a tom drum to get a groove going. I want to go for a more like electronic tom sound. But these two sound a little bit too realistic. This one sounds great. It's kind of 808 tom. Let's create a pattern and let's just start experimenting with some different grooves. Something like this maybe. That sounds cool. I think that sounds cool. Let's put the tom drum in a mixer channel. And let's mix it right here. I'm going to add an EQ to remove a little bit of the lowest frequencies because the kick is basically taking care of that. And I'm going to add a bass line which will fill up the whole like low frequency spectrum. So I don't want all of the low frequencies of the tom in there. And let's also remove a little bit of the high end. Now let's add a decapitator for some extra distortion and drive. Adds a little bit more harmonic to the sound as well. And maybe add a Valhalla room for a little bit of reverb, just a really short decay time. Makes it sound a little bit bigger. Something like that. Now let's add a bass line for the lowest frequencies. I'm using Serum, and let's try out one of our presets from our Oasis pack. And let's just scroll through them. Since the vocal is in D sharp minor, I'm also going to keep it a D sharp minor. And I'm looking for a long sustained bass line. This one is like really snappy, too short. Good work. Maybe this one with I think I like this one a little bit more. It sounds cool. Let's see. I want to create a long pattern. Right here. Let's start on a D sharp. Or like 2 bars. Sounds cool. I think I like the first version that I had, so really simple, like this. Now let's put this bass in a mixer channel, so it fits a little bit better in the mix. I'm going to add definitely some sidechain to it, but first let's add an EQ to remove a little bit more of that high end. And now let's add a kickstart for sidechaining. I think that's better. Let's go into Serum and lower down the cutoff a little bit more. Okay, this is good for now. Let's add the vocal to a mixer channel as well. I want to add a little bit of sidechaining to it, so it doesn't clash that much with the kick. Just a low mix level. I Now let's add a really important thing in Afro House, which is the typical plug that stays on the root node of the track. I'm just going to look for a nice plug or lead sound that can work. Something like that, but I don't want to use this one. This could be cool, I think. Let's record that in a new pattern right here. Just really, really simple. I'm recording in the wrong channel. I should select the serum. Try it again. Something in there should work. Not sure exactly which one, but I have an idea in my head. I think this one is great. Let's remove the rest because that sounds like shit. Right here. And we can just loop that. It doesn't have to be a crazy melody. It's really, really simple. Let's put it in a mixer channel, remove the low frequencies with an equalizer, like so. And I'm going to remove the reverb that Serum has, because I don't really like the reverb from Serum. And I'm going to add a fruity reverb instead, just to give it some nice space and room. And let's also add a kickstart for a little bit of sidechaining. I'm going to remove a little bit of the click from the kick. It's punchy, but maybe a little bit too punchy, so let's add an EQ. See how that sounds. Let's add another synth sound to the track, which is like a Synthcussion sound. It's a very high plug. We have some presets in the pack that have like the sequence loops. Something like this. Or maybe this one. Really snappy and short. I really like that snappy one. With Macro too, you can also automate the length of it, which could be useful for automation. Let's add this in a new pattern and just put in the root note of the track. And put it right here. Let's put it in a mixer channel to remove some of the low frequencies. I only wanted really high, snappy high end. And let's add a little bit of Hella Room, some reverb. Something like that maybe. And a kickstart as always for sidechaining. Just to fill up some more space in the track. Another musical element that I want to add is a piano, which is a sound that you can hear in like almost every Afro House track there is. They use a lot of pianos. So I'm using this piano from Arturia, which is a really nice grand piano. Maybe let's try some presets. Good work. And now I'm just gonna try and find some chords on my MIDI keyboard. I have a melody in my head, which is like... something like that maybe. Let's go to the pattern of the bass line and start recording something, because that's what usually works best for me. Then I can always change up the notes. Let's see. That's the wrong note. Something like this maybe. Let's quantize it. It's done already. And let's start editing these notes. That sounds awful. I think this is great. A little bit of dissonance, but I like it. Let's put it together with the rest of the track. So I think there needs to be another note in there. Let's put it in a different pattern than the bass line. Let's put it here. Now I'm just creating a kind of loop that I can later on properly arrange. Let's put the piano in a mixer channel and add a little bit of EQ. Let's see right here. And let's add a big reverb. That's cool. And a kickstart for sidechaining. sidechain. Now let's start working on the drums, which is a crucial element of Afro House tracks. We already have the kick and the toms, so that's done. But now I will start adding percussion loops, shakers and stuff like that. So let's go to our Oasis pack and go to the drum loops, and let's just try out some shaker loops. This one maybe. I'm patting one of them a little bit to the right for some more stereo information. And there's also this another shaker loop. I also want to add a closed hi-hat, which is playing like every 16 notes, so it's like something like that. So let's look for a closed hat. This one maybe. Let's put in a new pattern and do it like this. Faster. And with the MIDI velocity, I'm creating some changes, so it sounds a little bit more realistic. Still electronic, because that's the sound I want to go for, but a little bit less, a little bit more randomized. And let's fade it in a little bit. Something like that. I'm going to add a vocodex, which is a vocoder plugin, which might seem a little bit weird. But I made this preset called noise right here. And with this, I can add extra noise and blend it into the sound. So this is without the noise. And then when I increase the wet level, you can hear that's adding this really nice white noise. And I want to leave it like here. And then I can also automate the release knob of this noise and create interesting patterns or automations with it, which works really well for transitions and like building up tension in a track. So you kind of create these white noise sweeps. Let's add EQ to remove a little bit of the low frequencies. Push a little bit of the high. Now let's just loop this. That should work. Let's add an acoustic head loop. Maybe this one. Now I want to add some really hard-hitting toms, which will be for like the main part of the track, or what you can call the drop. And we have some really nice hard-hitting toms like this one. Let's see how we can make that sound. Maybe follow the rhythm of the plug melody. I'm just trying to find the right like pattern for this. Maybe just follow exactly the same pattern. I think it works well. Yeah, that works. Let's add it to a mixer channel. Remove a little bit of the low end. Maybe add a little bit of decapitator. And an extra reverb to give it a little bit more space. I want to add a few more things before I'm going to start arranging this track. First of all, I want to add some ambient sounds, which are like some noises for in the background. Like this one, some natural like recordings. Let's try and blend it in with the rest of the track. Maybe another one. This one is cool, a little bit more vinyl. Maybe also an atmosphere sound, which is basically a drone sound that can stay on the root note of the track. This one maybe, since the track is in D sharp, we have to pitch it up 3 semitones, I think. Maybe put it down an octave. And let's put it in a mixer channel and add some effects to it. Some reverb to make it more in the background of the track. Lower the dry level. And a stereo enhancer could be nice, which can really push the sound to the sides of the speakers. There's this nice preset, I think, called 4 strings. Now it's really wide in the mix. And a kickstart for some basic sidechaining. Like so. maybe it would be also nice to introduce an extra melody later on in the track. So like a sustained melody or arpeggio, I don't know yet. Let's see if I can find some inspiration using the presets. Not what I was looking for, like the percussion, but it would be nice to be added to track. Let's try and add it in a pattern before I forget about it. Something like this, maybe. I think it's really nice. Add some extra percussion to the track. That's better. But I was looking for a sound for another melody, which I will do right now. Let's open Serum and let's see, go to the Oasis pack. Would work maybe already. I like this lead, but I have to find a right melody for it. So I'm just gonna draw in a melody. Should start on the D sharp, I think. And then this again. That's nice, I think. It will not be playing throughout the whole track. It will just essentially come in at some point. add some side chaining to it and an EQ. Let's remove the wobble that Macro 3 adds. Alright, now that this whole loop is ready, I will be starting to arrange a track. So let's move all of this further on. So this will be where everything will be playing. Should be super late in the track. I'm going to start off the track with the kick and the toms already. This will be the intro of the track. Let's also add these ambient sounds there. Let's see. I don't want to add the bass already. I want to wait like 16 bars with it and then add the bass to the track. So just start really simple, because this will be just an intro. And then I'm going to loop the first note of the bass, which is the root note of the track, so I don't give away the full bass melody yet to the listener. And I'm going to add an automation clip for the filter cutoff. So it's not opened yet, and later on in the track I can open it up. Just really low. Let's see, maybe this percussion sound. Can start the track with it already, I think. Maybe add a filter with the fruity filter. Also create an automation for that. And then it opens up. Then let's add maybe the lead sound already. And some shakers. Maybe start with shakers earlier. Let's create an automation clip for the cutoff of the lead as well. Right, so. let's start to introduce the vocal. Let's just copy all of this right here. I'm gonna keep the bass on the root note still. And then here I wanna change it. I wanna loop this part here. I think this can work well. So over here I'm adding a little break, and then over here the first kind of drop starts. The vocal should not be there yet, and this lead also, let's remove it. Maybe introduce these toms to build it up a little bit. And let's reverse a tom to get a kind of sweep effect. I will be adding some white noise sweeps in just a moment, which will create more like a build-up, basically. Let's copy this. And then over here I want to introduce the lead sound. needs better transitions, but the idea is there. Okay, let's see what the arrangement needs. I think definitely some automations and sweeps, but I think the main ID for the arrangement is ready. I'm gonna automate the low cut of the bass line, so people know that there's something coming. When the bass goes away, so usually something is going to happen, at least in dance music. So let's see. And let's also do it in the build-up part. I want to add an OTT to this sound, so it has some multiband compression. Something like that. I think that sounds cool. Now I'm just tweaking the cutoff automation of the bassline, so it opens up a little bit more gradually. Now let's add the sustained lead melody before already, and I'm gonna filter it in with the filter cutoff of Serum. So let's create an automation clip for that, and then people can already hear that something is going to happen. So then it doesn't come out of the blue, but it just gradually fades in. Now let's add Now let's add some effects like sweeps to make the transitions a little bit better. Maybe this one for the drop. This very low in volume in the background. Maybe this one. Let's also do it for the intro. Maybe look for some uplifters. Maybe a clap with a lot of reverb could work. This one maybe. And let's just add a ton of reverb. Right here as well. Then finally some uplifters here, and I think we're done then in this hour. And then one final thing I'm going to do is adding an automation for the vocoder noise, which should be on the head. And then we can create a nice build up with this. So right here. And that's the most I could do within this 1 hour. I'm pretty happy with the overall result. It definitely needs some work on the mixing, and some melodies could be a little bit better. But this track ID that I made in this 1 hour is pretty cool. Here it is one more time for you guys, so you know what the final result sounds like. I hope you enjoyed watching this full hour video. If you have any questions about certain things that I did in this video, because maybe I went a little bit too fast at some points, then drop your questions down in the comments below and I will try to help you on there. For now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching and I hope to see you in the next video.